Action cam. Jeremy Clanan is on your left, and Soul Malka, yep, is on your right. Shuffle's already done. He rolls a 4, and Soul rolls a. Well, he rolled a 4 on one, 5 on the other, so he won no matter what. So he will be on the play. Counting, make sure he has 7, as I do as well. Tapland looks like one of the monasteries there. Jeskai Monastery is what it looks like there. And he plays the Tapland, looks like the blue-black that gives him a life. 21-20 is now the score. Plays an island, passes. Plays an island. Brings out one of the new Sultai dudes. Passes to Soul. Soul brings out a Plains. 3 mana available. One right. He's got red, white, and blue all over the place, so he can do anything he needs to for that matter. It looks like that he went with a Manifest card. Right into being is what he played. We now have a Manifest token on the field. Yeah, I do agree. That is a really good card to play. It's one of I haven't exactly figured out how I want to play it in the new set yet, but it's a really, really good card. Looks like we have another Manifest creature out there. I'm sorry, that's that's not a Manifest. That is the other one. That is the Morph token. Dragon Bell Monk is what's on the field now. That's another one of my favorites. I'm really liking a lot of what the Jeskai has done in this set, where you've got a lot of the draw card features. This one is a Prowess and Vigilance, and he's a 2/2 for 3. Um, really, really good. I really like the Prowess feature. It really makes you consider doing a lot of the things like Deflecting Palm, and of course your Ascendancies and your Charms and all that as well. Really, really go well with the Jeskais. Looks like we pass turn here. Sentry, as soon as I get that, I asked about that a little bit ago, and I haven't gotten a response on that yet. Um, so I will make sure that we get that checked out. Thank you for your response to that. All right, that's the is that the seek of the way, right the way, whatever it's called? See the way, be the way, eat the way, die away, go away. All right, blocked everything, cleaned the board. He died, brought out a token. Is that a Manifest? Yeah, it's a Manifest token. All right, brings out a. Looks like he brought out the Osban. That is the steps. I do believe that is the one that gives you the black, the white, and the green mana. Comes into play tapped. Get your choice of them, not all of them. Passes attacks with a token. Moves on. Getting a somewhat of a good look at Sol Malka's hand here. I see that there's a couple lands in it. He's going to attack with his manifest token. Doesn't have anything on the board to block with it as of yet. May be able to populate something. There's, just as I said, ends up blocking that. Sol is going to respond. Thank you to those who made mention of that. It is round 2, not round 1. Two counters on the morph token. On the manifest token there. Makes it now a 4/4. And that Dragon Bell Monk doesn't have any tokens yet on it. Curious. Very curious. Two tokens on that Dragon Bell Monk would have made it a 4/4 with Vigilance and Prowess. Would not be a bad idea if I do say so myself. There's the Mandrills again. That's the second time we've seen those today. Two different matches here. Sol goes to untap. Looks like he's getting rid of the Mandrills, as would I. And that should trigger the Prowess token. There's a right into being again. You can look at the top two of his library, manifest one, and put the other on the top or bottom of his library as he chooses. There we go. Swings with the 2. That should trigger Prowess again, by the way. So that 2/2 should now be a 4/4, so he should be swinging with 2 4/4s here if I'm looking at it correctly. Please chime in, anybody who has any questions or comments about that. Chooses to block the Dragon Monk. It goes away. He's going to end up taking the 4 from the manifest token. Like you're going through some score tabulation here. Make sure everybody's in the right place here. Not exactly sure what the life totals are, and I think they're not sure either, to be perfectly honest with you. It's looking like Sal does have the upper hand, obviously. I'll try to get a life total in here in just a second. Chris, if you're watching, let's get a life total on the feature match here, please. Chris is our guy on the floor. I have to be away from the floor. They can't hear what I have to say. Me and my brilliant insight. Mardu land out. Got all kinds of mana on the. Is he really going 4 color? I've only seen him play 3, but tapping a bunch of mana. That's one of the new Soul Tide dudes. Can't think of his name to save my life. Soul Flare, I think, is the one. No, that's not Soul Flare. Almost looks like the Sills Big Muck Draggers. Sounds like a bad football name or something from Blood Bowl. How are you, sir? One of the judges is now off of the floor. Glad to see he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's right. I'm a judge. I don't have to listen to you. Now, for all the everybody, that was a Soul Flare. Yeah, thank you. I'm still getting used to and I have the book here that shows me what everybody is here, and I'm still trying to match the pictures up with everything. So, if this was something like an older set, I'd be able to tell you what it is just by the picture. I'm not there with this set yet, so be patient with me. And you guys can follow along at home if you've bought a fat pack. Yeah, from what I can tell, from all the judges that I've met in the Atlanta market especially, there have been some really, really good ones. They've been pretty cool to work with and hang out with, and been really good ambassadors of the game. See, Jeremy has brought out another Manifest token, and he is doing a Morph token here, it looks like. Yep. And he does need the creature blockage right now, so that's a good move on his part. He's definitely going to require that in the coming rounds here. Sol now has everything on tap. Looks like he has 6 mana, so he is definitely on the low end of the mana pool here. And I know that we've gone through at least 8 rounds here in this match. Okay, that looks like the Lotus Eye Djinn from the new set as well. He's another prowess creature. Blue and Jetman, it seems like everything that came out with this set has prowess and for the Jeskai, especially the blue ones. Wait, Lotus Eye is from the last set. I knew that. Testing you, see if you're paying attention. Seeing Eye Djinn. Junior, it did look like he tapped a lot of mana for that, so I wasn't exactly sure. Hey. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. Sage Eye Avengers is what that was. I'm sorry, that was from this set. It's a 4/5 with prowess. Whenever Sage Eye Avengers attacks, you may return target creature to its owner's hand if its power is less than Sage Eye Avengers' power. Good way to keep things off the field that you don't want on the field. Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't exactly sure which one that was or how it killed that. I was being talked to by one of the judges. So I need to tap 2 and play Refocus on myself. One colorless and 1 blue, and I get to draw a card. I'm not exactly sure what he brought out there. Maybe an Avon Surveyor is what that looks like. Tell because it's got the talons on the bottom of the left-hand side there. This is the first battle in this match in round 2. Playing something under the table, that's illegal. Get a judge. Judge. I'm kidding. Ah, okay. Yeah, Junior, thank you. Yeah, you're right. The one that he's playing, that Soul just played now, it's at the bottom of your screen. That one, well, actually, that's the one that just blocked and died, I do believe. That one was the Avon Surveyor. Whether it bounced or not really is irrelevant. It keeps it off the field for him, so he'd have to play it again, which makes his attack go a little bit better. Yes, that is the Ice Feather Raven. Yes. As you can tell, it's allergy season in Atlanta. It seems like it's always allergy season with me, so I'm fighting a little bit of that. My apologies on that wholeheartedly. Seems unsure about blocking that, but I don't really see an option for him. He's going to want to block the one with the biggest amount of damage. It's not going to kill his creature, but it's going to definitely keep him from losing any more life. It's deciding to trade off, whisking away the Jin, Sage Eye Avenger, the Jin Monk, goes back to the top of the deck, blocking the 2 Manifest tokens, so they're actually going to look at each other and go bye-bye. Morph token, So is he still taking the damage from the monk and from the token? Brought out another manifest dude. Looks like it was a Lotus Path Djinn that came out, and that's game. Game 1 is now over. Looks like they're going to be doing some sideboarding in here. Malka did actually take the first game, so it looks like Jeremy is getting ready for the next round here. Is Saul going to be doing some sideboarding? Yeah, it looks like he's going to be doing a little bit of sideboarding as well. So all right, so while we're waiting, guys, so this is the FCB sealed PPTQ Vancouver Fate Reforged tournament. We are in round 2. I am your host, Christopher Francis. Thank you very much for stopping by and saying hi to us. We do have the live feed going through here. Feel free to tell your friends and anybody who is just a Magic player or a Magic a friend of Magic, if you want to call it that, and have them come by and talk to us as well. We also have the soundboard on as well, so if you have something that you want to say, I know that some of you have been pretty active, Sentry and Junior and a couple others, so thank you very much for that, Kami. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for being participating in it, even though you guys are not in Atlanta. We have people from Utah and from Wisconsin and other places, so thank you very much for showing up and hanging out with us for a little while. Feel free to drop in and drop out as you see fit. Yeah, so this is a sealed pool. Each player got 3 packs of Khans, of Tarkir, and Fate Reforged each, and built their decks from there. Round 2 has gone so far. Malka, did actually come up with the win in the first game. Junior is actually one of our FCB guys. Not exactly sure who I'm talking to. So Junior, who are you? I remember just about everybody who was drafting last night, but we did so many drafts last night that I, can't remember exactly everybody. Ah, Steve. Okay, yeah, cool. Good. Well, glad to have you, man. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, my commentary is not the best here today, but I'm definitely giving it what I got. Thanks for showing up, man. All right, looks like Jeremy is mulliganing. Taking a mulligan, I guess, would be the proper way to do that. I really like those Jeskai sleeves that he has there. Cool. Well, I hope she had a safe trip and has lots of stories to tell you. When you get tired of it, and you can always come back here and watch. Now, while we do have the tournament going on, there are still a lot of places to in the store that you can come in and free play or just hang out and watch if you wanted to. We don't have a fully packed house yet, but we have some room available. So come and hang out with us and say hi or stop by and get on camera if you wanted to. We'll be glad to have you. So just come on in if you want. Anybody in the Atlanta area. Now, if you're in Wisconsin, chances are good that we'll be closed by the time you get here. But we'll be glad to have you all the same. As I say that between coughing and the sort. Alright, let's hope that we've got something that we can play here, Jeremy. Going up to 21. That's a good start for him. Bad thing is he's down to 5 lands, 5 cards in his hand, 4 cards in his hand. 2 lands out, 2 lands out. Do we have a play? Nope, we're going to the third round. Excuse me. Now to 22. All right, he's got plenty of land to play. He's going to play his manifest one. He's going to look at the top 2, pick one, manifest one, put the other one on the top or bottom of his library as he so desires. Obviously, he decided to change his mind and put it on the top of his library versus the bottom. Means we'll probably see that come out pretty soon. Plays creature, comes out, and then we have blockers. So they're going to sit there and look at each other for a little while until either A, more people come out, or B, he pumps the other dude. Which shall it be? Attack has been called. Chosen to block. Again, they just sit there and look at each other and brings out a morph token. And Jeremy brings out a morph token as well. So now, again, the staring contest continues. Looks like Saul's turn. He's got a couple lands in his hand he can play, so it doesn't look like he's going to have the mana shortage that he did last time. He's going to attack first, going to block there, block there. The 2 morphs are going to look at each other unless he morphs it, which is a possibility. Made his bigger. That one goes away. The other 2 just look at each other. Now it gets a 2/2. So that is a 4/4 morph token. And sometimes it's just better to keep it like it is and not morph it into whatever it is on the bottom side of that card. Pass turn again. We're seeing Jeremy go on the defensive here, and he kind of needs to because Saul Malka is in kind of the catbird seat here. He is in control of this part of the match here. Taking a look at his morph token, taking a look at his other token beforehand. Trying to remember which one is which. He'll bring out another island, it looks like. 4 cards left in his hand. Yeah. We are recording this, I do believe. We should have the archives up probably by the end of the day today. Thank you very much for asking. Okay, that looks like he brought out the Elite Scale Guard, Saul did, and that is one that I have had a run-in with a couple times, and is a pretty nasty card if I'm looking at that correctly. It does look like the Scale Guard. Or is it the Jessica? It's not the Barricade. Looks like the Scale Guard. Yeah, Scale Guard is crazy. So let me, for those of you who don't know what the Scale Guard is yet, Elite Scale Guard is an Osbon. When Elite Scale Guard enters the battlefield, bolster 2. When a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. That means, so let's say that Jeremy did have a creature on his team. When he would, this is round 2, by the way, Afreef. This is the second game of round 2. So what would happen is that he would actually take that morph token that has the +2/+2 on it, and when he attacks, the Osbon dude over there that's at the top of the screen would choose to tap one of the blockers so he can't block. just making it really, really hard to deal with. I played that against a guy that had that in one of the seal tournaments I was in last week, and he gave me fits. Needless to say, he's now in my Osbon deck, becoming somewhat of a control deck now. It's using creatures to control as opposed to spells. Declares to attack. He attacks with everything he's got. He's going to try to smite one of the 4/4s here. And he actually decided to morph it, and it keeps the tokens. Nice. Did I read that incorrectly there? That is one. With you're correct. That is every attacking creature. You're 100% correct. Well done on that. Thank you very much, Steve. So he morphs that guy, it keeps the tokens on it, and that is a really big morph dude. That should be the title of that card. Really big morph dude. That's the one that manifests too. And both of them are manifest cards. Now, the only thing I don't like about manifest, though, is that if it's not a creature card, you have no way of playing it. So if you have a land or a sorcery or something like that that you could use, you just basically it becomes a creature, then it dissipates. You know, once it's gone, you can't use it like you can a morph creature. There's one of those winged Jeskai Avens again. Those things are nasty. It's not the Aven Skirmisher, but it's that looks like a wingmate. Again, like I say, that Soul Malka is definitely in the driver's seat here. He's got a really good board state. You can see he's got 4 creatures. One of them is bolstered, so he's a +2/+2 on top of that. He was just morphed a little bit ago, and definitely is not having the problem with mana that he had last game. Also, very much in his favor. Brings out a manifest creature. Swinging, bigger, better. Losing that guy, going to take a whole bunch of damage. Soul has the ability to play as offensive as he wants to right now, and is just in a position where he's controlling the board. Well done on his part. Mana may certainly help. Let's see what else he has in his hand. Of course, Jeremy started with a disadvantage anyway. He was actually forced to mulligan down to 5 cards because of lack of mana in his draws. So he's been playing with his back against the wall pretty much the whole game. Looks like he's got about 5 cards in his hand now, so he's gotten even with that. But when it comes to the amount of mana on the field and obviously the amount of creatures, there's definitely a disparity, as you can see. Looking to see what he has in his library, possibly for a delve. whether it be a creature or a spell. We will find out shortly. Um, tapping one, tapping one. That's that Soul Drag guys that he's exiling 8 cards for, playing it for 1. 2 cards looks like, and then he's bringing out a team or something or other here. I know that's a technical term. We only use that in the industry. You have to be in the industry to use that, so feel free not to. Yep. He wants no part of that guy, and I don't blame him for it. Looks like he did some damage to the Sildrig bottom feeders or whatever they're called. So I can actually get that name one more time here. Silbzig Muck Draggers. When Silbzig Muck Draggers enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It is Delve. It is 8 and 1 black mana, so that's a lot. Wasn't enough. As you can see that they're showing him Sola's hand. He had Whisk Away in there and was able to take care of that, but wasn't able to take care of the rest of the damage. So Jeremy has gone down to Sol Malka 2-0. Sol Malka now goes to 2-0 in the tournament. Again, this is the second round, and Jeremy goes to 1-1. A good match. It was really the bad part of that match is that Jeremy had to discard down to 5 cards because of mulligan rules, and in the second game, and Sol just was able to take advantage of it and do anything that he wanted to with that. So I see them putting their decks back together, and we'll kind of eggs out there and go to the shop and see what else is going on here. Hello, gentleman in the red sweater, not looking at us, texting on his phone, hiding a judge behind him. That's Carlos, one of the judges behind him, walking around like he owns the place. Still have some games going on there, it looks like. Still doesn't know he's on TV. He'll find out one of these days. So we're going to take a break for a second here. I'm going to turn camera off, and I'm going to grab a drink and kind of see what's going on the floor, and I'll report back to you in just a few moments. So hang out with us. Thanks for watching the FCB Sealed PPTQ Vancouver Fate Reforged Tournament. This is round 2. We'll be back in just a few moments. Okay, guys, welcome back. We're in between rounds here. Round 2 has just finished for the most part. Seeing kind of some of the guys hanging out, and a lot of the guys that you're seeing right in front of the camera here are actually guys from the FCB team here. If we had a team, we really don't. Let me put my face back on here. Hi. In the leather jacket, you're seeing Chad Hendricks. He just told me he went 0-2 the first game. He played John Erler, who's a gentleman next to him eating Cheetos. And then the second round, he played another guy that wasn't one of our guys and ended up going 2-0. So he is 1-1 on the day. So John Erler is a gentleman that is in the white hoodie there. I think he has gone 2-0 for the day so far as well. To the left of him is Roxy, one of our guys, Adam Ethroni. I really don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I think that's right. He's also one of our good players as well. And with his back to us is Josh Humphreys, another one of our guys. He has taught me a lot about the game as well. So this portion of our program is brought to you by Yoo-Hoo. Again, just like the first one. If you're not drinking Yoo-Hoo, you're wrong. Do it. Okay, we really don't have a corporate sponsorship with Yoo-Hoo, but if we did, it's a good way to start. I am your host, Christopher Francis. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. This is the FCB Sealed PPTQ Vancouver Fate Reforged Tournament. We're waiting for round 2 to kind of close off and kind of get pairings for the next round. I actually did talk a little bit to a couple of the players while I was out grabbing something to drink. That's quite tasty. Talked to Jeremy a little bit. He was the guy that was on the left-hand side of the screen, and just talked to him a little bit about what he saw out of the deck. He indeed was playing a 4-colored deck. He was doing a Sultai with a splash of white. Not exactly sure what he was wanting to get at, but that's what he had. Had a good time with it, did well, but he just ran into a Jeskai tempo deck where that prowess and being able to flip things from morph to the creature or from the manifest to whatever, just had a really, really good tempo and was really able to take things and bounce things back and forth. He does think that Jeskai is the top color to play right, or the top clan to play right now, and I do agree with him. Seems like with a lot of the things that they've added in the new set, like the Sage-Eye Avengers and the other Lotus Gens. Let me see what the names in those. Sage-Eye Avengers and Monastery Siege. If you get to play that, is a really nasty card that you can play along with the Jeskai Sages. The Rune Mark is even worth it. The Lotus Path Gen. Several different creatures that you can